Hello, welcome everyone back to FireFly Moon Tarot. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. This is your channel for all things moon sign related in conjunction with the moon cycles itself. So, oh no, I just put out that thing. That could be a message for some reason right now. So this is the full moon in Leo coming up on the weekend. Just cleansing your space here. Thank you, spirits, guides, guardians, angels. Please clear this space so only the messages in the highest good for all earth, water signs come through at this time. The full moon in Leo is called the Queen's Mother Moon. And if you know anything kind of about Leo energy, this leadership energy, that is what this full moon is all about. You may feel the desire to take on leadership roles. Now, because I do moon signs, and now this doesn't have to be just because it's fourth house related, that it is, has to do with your family, foundation, and friendships and things like that. The foundation can, can expand to a lot of different aspects of your life that are on the peripheral, but still very much stand for the foundation of your day-to-day and your well-being. So you may be taking on leadership positions. You may be forced to take on leadership roles at this time. It may be required to be more leader-driven at this time, and it would be good opportunity for those of you looking to lead to really utilize this energy to show what kind of, qualities, skills, and value you can bring to a situation. Now, this moon is about like if we've all worked in kind of a business situation, we understand, or even been on a team or something like that. There's different ways to lead in which people choose to lead regarding their personal characteristics and their styles. Anyone can be that overbearing fool that orders people around, but it takes a Leo, and that Leo energy to inspire people to want to do something of their own volition. And that's that energy that we're referring to here. This isn't about barking at people. This is about leading more by example, how they always say that, lead by example. And the energy during this time is very inspirational. So if you are an artist or anything like that, or musician, whatever kind of art it is, this would be a good time to sit down with whatever ideas you have and bring them into fruition, right? Start on that project. Start if you're building a thesis regarding your next, art project. Now is a great time. It is really a time to take charge of situations. Don't think about something too hard or too long. This is also about leading with your heart over your mind. So bring a little compassion to every situation, and start identifying the compassion within yourself that you lend to people. There's one thing, for some of you who don't want to take on leadership roles or don't see yourself as, the type of mentality that wants to deal with the responsibilities regarding leadership. That's fine. There's also an ability for you to utilize this energy at this time to show compassion towards the person in your life that you see that helps lead you or other people that you respect. This person that, like I said, it makes people want to do things of your own volition. So you are that individual that is inspired by someone that does something of their own volition. That is, your opportunity to show compassion regarding that. And it's a good way to really, respect the energy that's happening at this time in the cycle, right? So I'm going to start dealing the cards out. Actually, I really should have started shuffling these beforehand because I didn't get as much shuffling done as I feel, necessary for these cards. I mean, I always am constantly shuffling these bad boys or bad girls or good girls. And since it's a good tarot, maybe they're good boys, some good ladies and gentlemen, good humans, good spirits on this earth. Now, you are a water sign. I mean, as far as your moon is concerned, or else you wouldn't be watching this video unless you're cross-watching. So there, now, do take into account that we are more than just our, moon sign in regard. I always try to point that out, that we could have, our rising sign that is a fire. We could have a, him, I see, our sun sign is a fire sign. So depending on where you stand in the entirety of the chart, this fire Leo moon will affect you differently. Now, if you're all earth and, water, this isn't going to, this energy isn't going to lead you as much as it would the others. Let's just say that. Okay? I mean, even so far in the readings, I'm doing it by order. And the fire signs came out like major arcanas all over the place for all the signs. And you get into earth and it's just way more mellow and tamped down. Not as much response to the energy. Also, I will, astrologically speaking, I'm not sure, I don't think it has any reference to anything in particular or special, but there is a comet we discovered a couple of years ago passing through our night skies. It is a green comet. I'm using green cards, I don't know. So it's just, if you get an opportunity to see, if you're someplace where you can see the sky, where I'm at right now, and where I used to live, I rarely got to see the sky. And then because I've also predominantly lived in urban areas, it just, during COVID was the only time, I mean, the real time that I got to like see more of the night sky. It was beautiful. It was amazing in the middle of a city of a million people. Okay, so I am going to start dealing out the cards. Now, like I said, so this is going to be the water reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to offer a general reading for all the water signs. This is going to be the energy surrounding you at this time. And then I am going to go into each individual sign. So we're going to see our, this might be a lot. This is a lot more than, but hey, whatever. Messages want something to say. So general, I'll start here, yeah. Like I'll just set them up. Transformation, Queen of Water, 6 of Water, 5 of Air, and 8 of Fire. Oh, goodness. So it also will go in order. So we'll have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, right? Oh, all of a sudden I'm feeling like I've got to shuffle the cards again. So I am going to go in now into get Cancer's cards. I will offer a little inspiration regarding the general reading as a whole. And then for each of the individual signs, I will offer advice. And this is going to be advice from the Spirit for each one. All right? So far here, as I was waiting for that one to just fall out. For the general reading, we have Transformation, which is nice, a great rebirth. We have Queen of Water. We have 6 of Water, and I'm at the 5 of Air. I love that one. It's all about balance, right? I mean, in this case, it's all about balance. And the 8 of Fire. Something hasty and speedily, maybe. This transformation is going to be for your higher good. It may not be a good, and it maybe not something that you wished for or that you longed for. What is it? It's not something that I don't want to say wanted, because that's not the point of some of this stuff. Not intention, but it's something you need. It's something you need. You may not want to deal with it, or you may not want this to happen in the way that it's happening, but it's something you need to deal with. And dealing with it with open heart and compassion, I think, is the important right now. Like I said, this energy is all about thinking with the heart, not the mind. So, allow for your compassion to come in and gauge, be aware of the moments when you show compassion to other, or people show compassion towards you, right? Be a little bit more aware of things. All right, lastly, Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? Thank you very much, spirits. What messages do we have for our Pisces at this time? Thank you, guides, guardians, angels, and other messengers, both yours and mine. Thank you. Is that all we have? Yes, it is. All right, beautiful. All right. Okay, so transformation, the Queen of Water. What a silhouette, right? Six of Water. And the Five of Air. Now, it's always so hard to see, like when I say balance, like she's tight roping it right here. And look at this posture. I mean, just, it looks like an easy, like a feather just slowly floating to the ground. It moves with such grace and ease. She's got this ring that she's also holding here. I don't know, it's for the birds to fly through or to coop on. But, okay, so, oh, I almost forgot. We have the Eight of Fire. Now, this denotes possibly a quick message. It could be love related. You could be meeting a Queen of Water. Now, that's not gender specific when we say that, just somebody that embodies it. And since you are a water sign, that it's possibly that the other person is a water sign as well. This way this transformation, you know, kind of is illustrated and alliterates a kind of phoenix situation, rising from the ashes. Like I said, it's not going to be well received, this change and this transformation that is happening, but it is necessary. It is required. It's showing off and separating yourself. I feel like there's a uniqueness, something going on about a situation is setting yourself apart from other people, offering a unique stance that is required at this time, a difference, something that is not, you know, typical. It's not the way things are always done. I know this can be nostalgia. This could be a wish that comes true, you know, sitting next to the water, speaking like a narcissus place, like Narcissus. Like here, you see her clutching, you know, her stomach, just almost like she's going to burst out into a song. Like she comes down and then goes, ah. But if you look at it in the other way, the reflection, it shows the person in prayer. So it could come through. Like I said, some of you could be artists, so I'm getting this very strongly. There's some artists involved in your group that are trying to reassess possibly their thesis of what their project is, or because the feedback regarding the current direction that they're going is not unique enough. So you need to set yourself apart. Something you need to create a different stance on something and a uniqueness to it. It can't be just the way something that you've always done, or the way that a certain like genre of whatever it is that you participate regarding your art, you know, how it's seen. So it's asking you to grow, basically. This is a time to alter, transform, and grow. Now, this doesn't have to be artists. Like I said, this is. I didn't say this. Let me point this out. This is a general reading. These are not one-to-one readings. So you may not always resonate with everything that I say. I have to jump around because there's various different messages coming through regarding the energy of the people who are going to possibly watch this. And this could be energy that the person that watches this, that this is for, may watch this like randomly in like a year, right? But this feedback is coming from a place of, you know, heart, a place of caring, a place of love, a place of respect. So in this queen energy, and I didn't mention this. So one of the energies around this, like I said, the thing that a queen moon or Leo individual or queen mother moon kind of asks of people, and that you'll notice yourself, you want the truth. Like, you want the truth about the things you do well and the things that you don't do well. You don't want criticism. It's not about criticism. It's about compassion. It's about showing that you care enough for somebody else to let them know that they could be better, that they could be more. They don't have to accept the status quo of what they think they're stuck at or where they're stuck at. So offering that feedback, that this is a very good time to receive that. And this could be, some of you are parents and you have to change your parenting style because you've noticed that, the behavior isn't in line with what you want your child to be participating in. Now, these are the eras of TikTok. And, I'm sure if you're a parent now, you didn't grow up in that TikTok era, or there's a lot of you. There's probably some young parents out there, but I'm referring, so learning how to navigate the social media framework nowadays for your children and for the benefit of your children, and make sure they don't become an online bully, make sure that they don't become bullied. It's a lot more work because, the children will get so defensive about, all teenagers will get defensive about parents encroaching in on their cool space, right? Or where they find happy. So you may have to change the way and set down new rules. You can't just, keep treating them like a certain kid that they were, their new child, right? Their new person. They're growing. And some of them might want to be dancers. This might be, some of you are dancers. But it comes from a place of motherly love. Like whatever this message is, and it kind of just comes out of the blue and abruptly, it's from a place of compassion, okay? So that is the energy that is surrounding you at this time. Now I am going to get a card of inspiration for this deck. Now this is hopefully will help guide you of, maybe even, like I said, some of you need to go to a transform. This may be regarding the transformation. This may be regarding the balance or the unique perspective that you need to take on it. Whatever this is going to do, the inspiration that's going to help you achieve this transformation that is required of you at this time, right? And it's not advice. It's not telling you what to do. It's inspiring you, okay? That's what this moon is all about as well. An inspiration, okay? Right. All right, what do we have here? Keepers of the Earth. Now I'm going to read from the book because I don't want to tell you anything false. Oh, look at that. That looks generational. And she also looks like one of the sacred messengers. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. There are mountain lions, elephants, wolves, and bald eagles in this. So mountain lions, elephants, wolves, bald eagles. It's the only, yeah. Okay. All right. Our water signs. You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth. Oh, just a second, my nose is itching. Okay, sorry. Who are here to help you every step of the way. There, that's good. The keepers of the earth acknowledge the work that you have done already and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand with them, to devote your life to protecting the earth in your unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you and your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing. You do not need to go at it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to help you and your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support is it that you need right now? Okay, call it in. And this is what oops, sorry. That was my foot. I don't know how that happened. So this is this transformation that I was talking about that's going on around you. And it's coming really from a place of love and compassion. It is not something that you, like I said, you are not asking for it or enjoying it, but it's something that needs to happen. And this could definitely be that you need to accept help and support from people. You do not have to do it on your own. Now you've been probably going it alone for a while, but things need to change. It's time, and I guess it's how this is this kind of like this going back to this card as far as like, I mean, that symbol on there, and then this woman praying right here. So it's something that in essence, you probably have been under your breath in the quiet shadows in between your silent moments. You just ask, oh, please help me with this. Someone, I just can't do it anymore, and they're hearing you. But be a little bit more clear about specifically what you can't do anymore and what you need help with. So, again, when you think if you want to reflect upon this and this message and this story, inspiration, what kind of support do you need? And call it in right now, okay? So that is the inspiration card for everyone of the water sign family. Now, if I am going to go into each individual's one now, you will find the timestamps in the description box below. And don't forget there's a short meditation at the end of this video. But before we set off, thank you very much for showing up today and participating with this. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, or subscribe. I really appreciate all of the support. Love and light. All right, first up, we have our Cancer. So Cancer, what do we have here for you? We have a 10 of Earth. Oh, financial abundance. Hello. Hello. Then we have a Page of Air, learning something new, and the 5 of Fire. All right, so it's going to be difficult. There is going to have to be some conflict. This really just reinforces kind of what this is. It kind of clarifies it. Like this having to do something unique, to change your way, to not continue to do things the old way. This is going to require you to learn something new, engage with a different aspect of whatever sector it is that you're dealing with. You need to have a clear connection to what it is that you are going to learn or what you want to learn. Like, you need to understand why. You need to look into, why do I want to understand this? And once you answer the why you want to understand something, then you will go deeper and deeper into the specifics of it, and it will lead to a great knowing, a great knowledge, a great growth. And because knowledge always enlightens, and is it going to be an easy step to just become this knowing, become this body of intelligent uniqueness, to alter what it is that you've been doing in order to grow? No, it's not. You're going to have to take each of the small battles on one by one, but you will weather it. Like the way that she's just sitting here, and as these, what I would consider comets kind of just coming right at her, like somebody's throwing fire bombs at her, and she's just sitting there, like she's creating a protective shield that it'll just bounce off, because she's going to become so knowledgeable about this thing that any doubt or questions, like when PhD students and master students have to defend their thesis, they have to become so entrenched and engaged with the subject matter of itself, and it is almost the job of other people to poke holes at it, to see where you were limiting yourself, and you're going to be able to take on each one of those because you're going to become so knowledgeable on this subject. Like I said, like these people who are going to possibly, poke holes in this, it's coming from a place of compassion because they want to see you do the best that you can. They don't want you shorting yourself. And what I'm seeing, this is a great thing. These people that are around you pushing you to be better, pushing you to be stronger, smarter. Even the way that you work might be changing, like the way that you learn things might be altering. And like the products of knowledge that you finish. Now, again, this doesn't have to be, I know I brought up academia in one sense, but there could be anything in learning something new. It could be computer programming. It could be graphic arts. Like I said, that some of you are artists, so maybe it's a different form of art of integrating, sculpting. I'm not sure. But whatever it is going to lead to a physical reward. Now, yes, some of you, academia, it may be a diploma. It may be a contract to work in MBD. Whatever it is like some of you may be producing a book, and it is going to be a physical thing that reaps huge financial benefits for you. Now, the gravity in which financial benefits manifest itself is going to be different for everyone. Like a millionaire that makes another $100,000, it is not considered a huge financial abundance of wealth. But for someone who was making $60,000 a year, makes $1,000 now, that is a huge increase in abundance. That is $40,000 a year that is coming to you as extra earned income. So, again, take it as it is applicable to your current, material situation. This could be something like maybe you're becoming a real estate agent. All of a sudden, I'm thinking about house. Like maybe you're able to upgrade, from one kind of house to a new kind of house because you learned how to do contracts or something like that, or how to you get a brokerage certificate of some sort. I will say that this angel has a very nice body. I don't know what that means for some of you. And this one, there's the wolf and the pile of treasure. So the wolf knows how to hunt, knows how to go after what it wants. It travels in a pack too. So again, this is telling me that this guidance here is people are standing with you. Accept the support of other people. Now, these people may not be doing your job for you. That is not what I'm getting. They will not be writing your thesis for you. They will not be sculpting your sculptor for you. What they are doing is offering you that support that I talked about, this Queen Mother's support, where they're leading with their heart and not their mind. They're offering compassion and dedication. They are, they're helping you create that stable, solid ground for you to sit in and allow all these fire bombs to be lobbed at you, and you not even having to move. And now there aren't actual fire bombs. I want you to know that they are a type of, I think, hibiscus flower, and they're just ignited by fireflies or flame. It looks like each one is a candle actually, but it's still that essence of being stable in conflict, right? Conflict can be going around you, and you are just still you. So I see a beautiful thing here for you. I think this is definitely the sector of I want to say the art, but it doesn't have to be just artists. Like I think there's somebody that's really here that is looking to grow their knowledge, and that knowledge as a means to grow their wealth or material happiness. So I am going to get an advice card for you. Sometimes this is advice telling you what not to do. Sometimes it's telling you what to do. Sometimes it'll tell you what to stay away from and what to move towards. Sometimes it'll the advice will be a timing card. It'll kind of tell you when you can expect, certain things, so not to give up. Because like I said, tarot does not, I've said it before, tarot does not dictate your life. You have your own free will. I simply am relaying the messages and the energy around you and giving you the energy of the cycles. And each one of us are responsible for creating what we can with that energy for our highest good. So these are the best possible outcomes. Now you may end up with an 8 of Earth in the end. That is still a great card, but it just depends on how much commitment you are going to make to, okay, I was not going to do that. Usually I pick it like this, but you know, some reason, Spirit had me go, okay, so there's 2 bits of advice. There seems to be 2 avenues of energy here, okay? So one of them, and these are not going to be related, so one of these, only one of these is going to resonate with you, okay? One is the full moon in Aries, cool your emotions, and the other is last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. So I think definitely this attend to the details is a lot of what this, how to learn this new thing, and the having to learn this new thing is going to require you to really educate yourself on it. And it's all about knowing the ins and outs of that kind of information. And now I'm getting the cool your emotions in response, of course, to the fire element with the 5 of fire. Because the only way that this doesn't affect you is if you stay cool and calm in the situation. So I'm going to read for both of these. Now this is Virgo and this is Aries. Aries is happening in April. Virgo happens in August. Well, end of August, September. And end of March, beginning of April. I mean, I always flip one. Okay, so full moon in Aries. Let's start with the full moon in Aries. Okay. So, and it also could stand that you're at different stages in this past. So some of you are at, like, let me see, what does it say here? So at the peak stage of this metamorphosis, right? And some of you are kind of like coming out of this change. Let's see. Are you in the middle of an argument, or perhaps in the mood to pick an argument? Surely not. Or are you being overly forward? This is a time of heated emotions and frayed tempers. Anger is better than despair, as Abraham Hicks taught us, because anger spurs us on to do something, but you may get better results if you master your emotions. Clearly avoid stirring the pot, or it could boil over. Cooling your emotions and being the peacemaker means you'll attract a more peaceful outcome. And again, this is all about leadership qualities at this time, and it's not about barking, because that's the thing. Like, the Leo is a strong motivator. This could be a strong leader, but the strong leader in Aries tends to be a dictator, an arrogant, ignorant, entitled fool sometimes, right? So there's that tender quality. So it's telling you to try and really encompass, especially if you have a rising or a sun fire sign, right? And you're just the moon Cancer. So it's telling you less of this Aries energy and more of that Leo female energy, less of the masculine energy. Now your affirmation at this time. So for those of you who are resonating with this one, I want you to take 3 calming, relaxing, deep breaths. On the 3rd breath, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and I'm going to read this affirmation. Deep breath in, 1, and out. Deep breath in. And when I read the affirmation, I want you to repeat it back with me and out. Okay, close your eyes on this 3rd breathe in. And breathe out. Now repeat after me, either to yourself or aloud. Out of this, only good will come. Out of this, only good will come. Out of this, only good will come. Okay. I am going to lay that one there for you. Now, those that resonated with this Virgo instead, I am going to go ahead and read your messages now as well. The same is going to apply Once I read it, I'm going to ask you to take 3 deep breaths at the end. If you have an affirmation, on the 3rd breath in, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and then repeat after me once I start reading, either to yourself or aloud. Okay, so last quarter. Oh, let me double check on the last quarter. So the rest of you, some of you are in the middle of this transformation. The rest of you are cleaning out all the unnecessary burdens and all the unnecessary baggage that you're carrying in order for you to start this transformation. There is something that you're starting to see that you need to leave behind in order for you to move forward, okay? So your, I guess, like this is advice, is it would be lovely to think that manifesting means just snapping your fingers and magically making everything better. However, there's more to it than just that. Past worries, mean comments, self-doubt, and fears need to be dealt with before you can start to feel good. A tedious task may need to be taken care of before you can move forward and make the magic happen. Worry slows down your ability to make magic. So attend to the details, then you can have fun. So like I said, although I do get the impression that you are not welcoming this change in the essence of it. You know it is required, you know it is necessary, but that doesn't change your mood about it. But again, this attention to details, that page of air telling you to make sure that you know what you're in for, where it's going, you know, what your objective is, and all the information you can about the subject matter. Now, I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Let's start in with the first one. In and out. Breathe in and out. Now close your eyes from the last breath. In and release out. I am guided and protected by the divine. I am guided and protected by the divine. I am guided and protected by the divine. All right, thank you very much, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, share, or subscribe. Also, there is a short meditation at the end of this video. I really enjoy doing this for you all, so I hope you enjoy it as well. Love and light. All right, thank you for returning to me. Next up are my Scorpios. And why am I not surprised that I have a page of fire in the Scorpio portion of the reading? Oh, 7 of water, also not surprised. Scorpio has some choices. Scorpio always has some choices. Now, interesting, page of earth and page of fire. Okay, so interesting. I'm getting love reading for you, which also shouldn't surprise me. Scorpios are always in and out of love in somebody or something. So this is something new. This could be something new. This transformation, actually, it may be that you are starting something new. A type of relationship that maybe you've never had before. It was some kind of choice needed to be made, or does need to be made, regarding this. Now, I don't know if you have more than one suitor. Now, maybe you are the queen of water, which would make sense with a Scorpio. And you have your choice between a page of fire and a page of earth. Now, both of them are going to be younger, either in mind or age, actual physicality and age. One is obviously got more fire elements to them. They're a lot sexier. They're a lot more adventurous. They could, depending on what you like out of an individual, they are going to stimulate you more and you know, take you on journeys and things like that. Or you have a page of earth. Both of these are very strong manifestors. A page of earth can create networks, and I mean, if you think about the forest and the psilocin like network that's within it, which is, you know, speaking to each other through acres of forest about how best to groom the forest so it survives the longest. And by surviving the longest, it's not just that it's staying there, it's that it's creating the biodiversity necessary for all the organisms within that forest to survive the longest. So the Page of Earth is a very network related, creating growth type of individual that may create more long-term stability. And the Page of Fire is equally, you know, it has a lot to offer, but it's not going to offer that idea of rooting down in a single place. It may definitely be more attracted to, you know, taking vacations or moving where the wind blows them, or quitting a job or starting a new job, or investing in a, you know, becoming their own business owner because they just can't stand working for other people, you know. But so there's a choice here. Oh, I really hate that lotus seed pod. There's a choice that needs to be made. There's opportunities. Perhaps you've wished, you might have wished for certain qualities or certain things, and what happens is it came to you in two different people. Now, as a Queen of Water, I'm seeing that you're a lot more stable and emotionally developed than either of these two individuals. I mean, this one will be good for what you would say weekend fun. This is, you know, good for Sunday evening. And honestly, what you need to also understand out of this is you don't have to choose either one of them. I think that's the strongest message that's coming through, because, I mean, Scorpios, you always attract people. And, you know, they're kind of drawn to your mysterious, you know, energy, right? This ethereal, really deep energy. But, you know, there's a point, and I understand Scorpios don't like, you know, a lot of times they don't like being alone. They really like latching on, and they're willing to like go to the ends of the earth to be with the person that they want to be with. But there's some times where you don't have to choose any of them. You can choose yourself. And I mean, if you don't think you have the strength to do that, we'll see what the advice says, but maybe it's time to start making that change. Maybe that's a transformation you need to start making, because I believe this is your card, Scorpio. So it's really enforcing that you have the power to do this at this time. And like I said, this is about the leadership moon. And, you know, perhaps you need to take the lead in this relationship or in this situationship, because these people are most likely younger than you, or they're more immature than you. But you have the opportunity to choose just yourself. Yeah, I'm like, this seems to be a really... I mean, I honestly don't see anything else coming through. This is both new. I mean, you want them both. Let's just say that you want it all, of course. You want all the choices. You want to have the good time and the stability. You want the good sex and the good cuddling. You want the adventure and the binging, you know, I mean, which you can have that, obviously, one individual, I mean, the Page of Fire, just because the Page of Earth, just because they're rooted down doesn't mean that they don't want to go on all these wild vacations with you. So it's just really, you know, I guess we'll see what the advice is, but you're going to have a choice to make. And I believe there are three options: the Page of Earth, the Page of Fire, or yourself. Now, any of these are going to require you to transform, because I'm seeing that even the idea of possibly dating below your status is something new to you, but maybe you're getting to an age where that's almost all you have left, because there's no single people available your own age, or they all have kids and you don't want the burden of kids. It just depends on the situation, right? Okay. Let's see what your advice has to say about this, Scorpio. What is it? We have full moon in Libra. All right. Oh, this is balance. Choice. Oh, it actually says find a balance. I mean, I never recommend juggling relationships, but maybe that's what yours is about. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to read from it. So Libra is in also September, October. Into September, beginning of October. Full moons, again, are, the peak of a situation. Maybe one of these people, nope, I'm not feeling Libra. Because I'm getting, Scorpio, and then all the earth signs and all the fire signs. The timing card, I'm not sure. Maybe you met them. You might have met them in Libra season, so just a couple months ago, and now things are evolving because you didn't even entertain the idea of it because they both seem to be younger than you, but all of a sudden they both came back with a very intense interest because you've got that, like I said, Scorpio, you will attract people. You're very mysterious and people want to know what that's all about, right? Okay. So focusing on your own wants and needs is understandable. We all need to look after ourselves. However, this card suggests that you need to find a balance between what you need versus what someone else needs. Walk a mile in their shoes. Once you understand where they're coming from and why, you can take action. If you've been through a worrying time, including regarding your health, this card reminds you to find the right people for help. Make up your own mind about your situation rather than being too influenced by others. I mean, I haven't known Scorpio particularly to care what others think. That's definitely way more Libra energy than it is Scorpio. So I'm not sure who that message is specifically for. As far as advice, I will say now, since I did like Scorpio, I did mention the fact that you're willing to go to the ends of the earth for anything that you're interested in or you want to be interested in. So maybe that transformation, you need to stop doing that. You need to take a step back and balance your connection to relationships. Now, since they're younger, they may enjoy that kind of all-in kind of attitude, but is that really the healthy way to approach a relationship like that? Or any relationship, regardless. And it's not that you're submitting who you are, because you still hide a lot of who you are, but you are attached at the hip type physicality, you're not alone. So I really think you need to find that balance between giving all yourself to the love situations, and because obviously that gratifies you. You're absolutely gratified by the intention, by the sex, by the appeal, by the just the presence, the physical closeness of people around you. That is gratifying to you. Maybe you need to find different ways to create that same or a healthy version of gratification, right? Okay, so I want you to slow your breath down, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths. On the 3rd breath, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and then in the exhale, we are going to repeat your affirmation 3 times. You can either do it aloud or silently, whichever you choose. All right, so let's start breathing in. And out. Last one, close your eyes. In. Deep breath out. Now repeat after me. There is love all around me. I am lovable. There is love all around me. I am lovable. There is love all around me. I am lovable. Like I said, there is love all around you, and you are lovable, but do you love yourself enough? Are you giving yourself attending to your own needs enough? All right. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, or subscribe. I do enjoy doing these, so any appreciation, it would be very thoughtful of you. And there is a short meditation at the end of this video. Love and light. All right, welcome back. Hello, my Pisces. You are the only one that got a major arcana. Yeah. Let's make some space. Right. Okay. Patience. 3 of water. This is my Sagittarius card. And Messenger of Fire. Okay. So we have a Queen of Water and a Messenger of Fire. I'm feeling a mother-daughter situation happening for some of you, Pisces. Something that you have been very patient with this. I mean, I'm really feeling mother-daughter in this. I'm sorry if that's become too gender-specific for you. Something that you've had very patient about, but the behavior that your daughter is exhibiting is something that they might actually be indulging too much in certain lifestyle habits. And it worries you. It's setting you, it's putting you in a little bit of worry, and you don't know how to navigate it and how to deal with it. And maybe you're trying to change your approach. Like maybe you were acting too much of her friend instead of her mother. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. I've moved the tripod into a different space. That is not a good space for it. You've been acting too much as almost an equal, and that is not the type of parenting that this daughter need. Now this daughter might be a fire sign as well, or have heavy presence in fire sign, as I've got the Sagittarius and the fire together. They might be Sagittarius. So I mean, you're definitely having to take a step that you don't feel comfortable doing. Like I said, you don't want, some of you might have to take a child to rehab. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say it in this concept. It's not something you'd ever thought you'd have to do. It's not something that you wanted to broach. For some reason, pride is coming in, like your pride is coming. You might be a person where you don't want people, the neighborhood, talking about you, or what will they say? And, you know, it's probably that mentality that you're carrying that is probably affecting your child more and pushing them down that road, because, you know, they just think that you care more about the community than your own daughter. I'm hoping to get a different message than this, because I think this is a really specific message and is quite sad. Or, I mean, it's making me a little... okay, I'm going to turn them around and look at them myself. I mean, there is someone here in a little bit of pain. Now, the Messenger of Fire doesn't normally do that, but the way that she's got holding her hands like this, kind of, you know, when people do that, they're uncomfortable and they're trying to, like, hold themselves tight. Beautiful, beautiful child, though. Their soul is very pure and innocent. For the rest of you, okay, so another message I'm getting here is this transformation. How I said that there's somebody here that is offering, that is giving you a message of feedback that is requiring you to possibly rethink, you know, how you're approaching something and the outcome of something. Now, your inspiration for this change, this inspiration that you're getting, this fire, it could come while you're out attending to some kind of social gathering, something that you didn't think that you really wanted to go to. It's like, okay, I RSVP'd to this thing. Do I really want to go? I just kind of want to stay home. I kind of want to just, you know, don't want to be around people. But it's going to spark something in you. It's definitely going to spark something in you. This looks like a little bit of a Nicole Kidman here. So you might, I don't know if Nicole Kidman's in any movies or something like that. Practical Magic is coming to mind. I think when you see this, whatever it is, it's going to stop you in your tracks. It's going to like kind of stop you, and all of a sudden you're just going to be contemplating something. Like it's going to spark something, and you're just going to be like kind of dumbfounded for a moment. So you can see what I'm looking at, even if it is backwards. I feel that it also has to do with a natural flow and essence of something. Body movement is involved somehow. Because even this like messenger of fire is like giving me kind of druid, campfire, dancing around the campfire. And this is like giving me those ribbon girls, There's some kind of fluid motion, fluid dynamics or something? Not thermodynamics, but fluid. Yeah. Sagittarius season is either just happened. Okay, it's Aquarius season right now. We just had Capricorn as well. Sagittarius was before that. So, as far as timing goes, this cycle, it may not end till next year. I'm sorry. For a fast moving, or the 5th month. For some of you, it's not going to end till next year because you're not going to be as proactive with this. You're basically, whatever it is that you're invited to, some event, you're going to say no. And then eventually you're going to go months later, and that's going to inspire you. So you're just going to be, it's going to be delayed a bit. Some of you, it's going to be 5 months away from the moment that you attend whatever this event is. And the rest of you is going to happen in Sagittarius season. You might even speak to male or female. This is not gender specific. I want to say at this time, you may speak to someone who's been in the industry a while. And you might actually, they might be an idol of yours. And you just randomly run into them and you're like, oh my God, you are so inspirational. Your work at whatever. And then they tell you a story about how that work got started, and it almost shatters your impression of them in a sense, but it sets you off on a track. I know that, unfortunately, something about meeting our idols always kind of shatters our perspective of them. All right. Okay. So I'm going to get an advice card for you, Pisces. I really like your reading out of all the. Don't tell the other water signs, but I like you're reading the best so far. All right, we have leave the past behind. I think that's good for everyone. Okay, this is going to be your last quarter moon in Capricorn. So Sagittarius season and Capricorn season are right after each other. So that timing, I think, is really key for that. And what it's telling you, since it's the last quarter moon, is that you are going through the process right now of cleansing out. This is also the second last quarter moon. So I think that's really important to say for most of you. You're going through, like, in order to have this transformation, you're really locking down and expunging and expelling all this 6 of water energy, all the nostalgia, all the burdens and everything like that, because every last quarter moon is about cleaning the slate so you can start a fresh new beginning. And that's what this transformation is all about, starting a new beginning and transforming. And you're having to clean through all the BS in order to get that done, right? Okay, so there we go. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. This could also mean that the people that are coming into your life to possibly, during situations, you may have held grudges against them. You may have thought they did not like you or whatever. Just these kind of thoughts and ideas are just so burdensome, and they probably only exist in your mind. And that's definitely one of the things you need to clear up and clear out, okay? And all the way to the back of the book. All right, our message for you is something is standing between what you want and how you can get it. That's okay. Now you know it's there. You can do something about it. You just need to be strategic. And that Capricorn energy is all about strategy and getting what they want, right? It's wonderful to go for things with a childlike, carefree attitude, which is what Capricorns do not do. That is what the messenger of fire does. Attitude. But drawing this card suggests that you need a proper plan. Leave the past behind. You may need to move through and clear a criticism someone has made of you, which has somehow burned itself into your brain. You have work to do. Didn't I just say that? It's literally only living in your brain. And what I was saying before about this message that's coming through regarding an opinion about whatever it is that you're working on, you need to not take it personally or don't get defensive about it. Like I said, it is from a place of compassion because they are trying to push you towards the potential that they see in you and that they know you're capable of. Okay, so as I read the affirmation, before I do, I want you to take 3 deep breaths, slow yourself down. On the 3rd breath, close your eyes. I am going to then afterwards read the affirmation, and I want you to repeat it with me, either to yourself or out into the universe, whatever you feel comfortable doing. All right, so let's start breathing in. Second deep breath in. Close your eyes, make sure they're closed. And in one last time. And out. So repeat. The only way out is through. The only way out is through. The only way out is through. All right, thank you very much, my Pisces, for joining. I'm going to keep my voice low because the meditation is right after this, so you can just kind of slide right in. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe. I really enjoyed doing this, and I do appreciate the support. Love and light. Now take a deep breath. In deep, pure, clear, purified energy. Pure,